Gentlemen, from Brampton to the world, Brampton, Ontario to the world, welcome to yet another episode of VR Stonks and Beats. So, since I went hiatus, not too much has changed. Mainly, I procrastinated a whole bunch, primarily because every second of my existence is suffering, you know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I've been slowly picking away at the weight painting here, and the main reason for my procrastination is, without a doubt, the pain it is to weight paint an outfit to an existing body mesh. So this is where I've been kind of off and on, spending a few hours every day. Yeah, a few hours every day to get this working. And now I'm gonna share the pleasure of watching me suffer with the internet and the algorithms primarily. Boy, if there's anyone watching, I know it's my algorithms. I want to thank those algorithms for paying close attention to every word I say, for validating my existence. I want to say thank you. Alright, so let's see. So I'm gonna go into object mode here. This is too bright. I'm gonna close the blinds here. We don't need windows right now. Alright, so let's go. Unhide the mesh here, and there's a wonderful avatar that we kind of created from scratch. Okay. Now we're gonna pose it and see if we have any problems here. And there it is. So that seems to be what I want to be focusing on right now. That little bit of skin peeking out here. And yeah, the main reason for weight painting and such, because I didn't do it before. For anyone that watched any of this finished products that I did not animate the legs or do motion tracking for the legs, because I didn't do this part because I knew it would be painful. But the time has come anyways for me to do some full body tracking, and that's kind of like the next project, next bit of the project here. But before we can get to that, I must face a hurdle that is weight painting, for all its pain and glory, you know. So I think what I was doing here is I need to take off a little bit of influence here from some of the surrounding bones. So let me see if by selecting that cheekbone there, we can get something different here. So let's see, weight paint, and then we're gonna try and reduce the influence of the weight paint here. Let's see if it makes it any better. So we're gonna subtract here, and that seemed to move it, but I don't know if that moved it in the right direction. Sometimes it's hard to see where the vertices are. Okay, so that seems to be making it worse. Alright, so we're gonna go back into object mode and see what the changes look like. Unhide the body, alt hide, and it's still there, so the gap did not improve. Pose mode, and then again we're gonna select here the mesh, and we're gonna go back into weight paint mode and watch me struggle here a little bit longer. So I'm subtracted enough here, and it's not really doing anything here. So let's see what happens if I try to select this bone here, and if I add, is it gonna make a difference? It's okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna save it there. I'm gonna go back into object mode, select the armature, and go back into pose mode and see if that made any difference. So that looks nicer. What happens if from the front view I rotate it on the Z axis and see if that does anything here? Okay, so right there, yeah, I think I better just refrain from stretching my leg in that direction. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, rotate it again in the set direction. And something like that. Okay, set direction some more. So right around there, okay. So I mean, it's good for, okay, if I'm here, I might as well try and make some changes here. So let's see if I can make an improvement here on the weight paint around the crotch area. Let's see what happens if I subtract here just a touch. Okay, that's satisfactory. Alright, so continue rotating on the set axis here. And okay, a little bit more there. I think, let's see what's happening there. So let's try adding a bit more here. Again, trying to find the vertices. Okay, I gotta say that's kind of cool. What happens if I subtract a little bit more back here, because this is in the butt area. Let's just reduce that a little bit more. And if it's stubborn, then we gotta find the nearby vertices and I make it work like that. Okay. Alright, so I made improvements to this here. Now let's see, let's continue rotating this thing around. So when we open the leg, now we're not seeing the body mesh peek through that. It looks good there. And then let's rotate it backwards. I don't think I'll be bending back any more than that. So that looks pretty good. And again, if we rotate it in the other direction, I must say that is very satisfactory. So I'm going to save it right there. Shift the rotation back, and I'm going to do the same for the other leg. By the way, I also, over the past few days, I also worked on the weight paint around the shoulder and the armpit area. Again, one of the main problems that happen is that usually, anyways, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. So let's try and do the same thing here for the other cheek. So let's move it back, and I think I already did some work moving it back, and it looks a little messy there, not gonna lie. Not really sure how to improve that other than by peeking at it. So let's see what happens if I subtract a little bit here. Okay, so that's not what we wanted. Let's add some more again. Alright. But for my purposes, it might just be good enough. Sometimes when you're an indie kind of guy like me, good enough is gonna be good enough. Anyways, we're gonna bend it forwards now. And yeah, once again, we're seeing a lot of mesh coming through. So I think what I need to do here, I'm gonna subtract a little bit more here from the back, and I should get fixing this problem here. Seem to be having some peak issues there, and then that's fixed. Just a little bit more here. Okay, let's subtract. Oh yeah, we're subtracting it. So let's see here. So obviously if I had added more another set of polygons there on the ass area, could have gotten better. Anyways, and the big problem here again is this bit here. Now, I think the last time I fixed it is by simply adding more here. So let's see if we can do something like that here. So by adding more weight paint, I seem to be fixing this issue here. we're going ahead here and trying to fix the weight painting around the crotch area. Alright, so right there we're seeing some bleed through that we shouldn't be having onto the other side of the leg, so we're gonna go ahead and subtract a bunch here. Alright, so there I am subtracting. Again, trick is to find the vertices. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything right now. And that's just the wonders of technology, you know. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, we need to add a little more here to this side. And then the wonderful tool that weight painting is, and the inability to pick the bone, just makes this that much more pleasant. Alright, so we're gonna go back to object mode, and then we're gonna hide this. Now we can select the bones again. We're gonna go back into pose mode, into weight paint mode. Okay, like that. Now we want to make sure we're taking away from this thing, so we're gonna subtract here, and I don't know why I wasn't doing it before. And I'm seeing, okay. Continue subtracting. So, okay, here. Subtracting weight paint. Oh my god, yeah, there's a lot too much on this side. So let's see if I can find it. Just like that. Removing all the weight paint from the wrong side. So I'm removing the paint from the wrong leg, and see if this is going to continue to improve here just a notch. Okay, gonna remove that. Now again, the main struggle here with this new system is finding the vertices. Sometimes the vertices are just non-responsive. Alright, well that should be better than before, so we're going to save that. Go back into object mode, unhide the body mesh, and is it any better? No. It's not. It's not any better at all. We're going to go back into object mode, select the armature, back into pose mode, select the dress mesh, go back into weight paint. By the way, if you need a tutorial of how to not make any money, then you're watching the right tutorial. trying to see how we can improve this here. It might have something here where, yeah, again, there's too much influence on this side. So we're gonna try and remove here from this side here. Okay, trying to find the vertices that best suit my needs here. Let's see if we can go into wireframe mode. Alright, so again, I'm just trying to find the proper. Okay, let's see, subtracting here. Okay, that's too much. Let's add that back on. Understand how it can be pulling so much in this, so we're gonna continue subtracting here. And this is the pain that it is to weight paint. And the reason why I'm procrastinating and not really streaming, because weight painting is a little bitch. It's the unfortunate hurdle if I want to do some leg tracking in VR. I need to get this over with. And I may be streaming the most obnoxious and annoying little videos here. Trying to weight paint her crotch for the next few months, because I'm terrible at this. You know, and at some point it's a lot less about the final product and the process, right? It's not the first time I struggle at life, and it's not the last time. Somewhere in the middle. Okay. So hide the body again. I don't know what the fuck, man. Go back to post mode. Why are you not doing things for me right now? Wait, back to weight paint mode. And I want to get rid of. Okay. So right there, I want to get rid of some of the influence here, as well as here, and that will do it. So delete some of the influence there. Something like that. Okay, too much. So that's gonna go. Okay, something like that might work. Let's see, can I continue to remove influence from this side? Nope, that's the wrong way. Okay, that's not the right thing to do there. A little bit there again. Should be adding some more here on this side again. Difficulty of finding the vertices. So I wonder what happened there. And, now I just want to kind of get rid of this a little bit here. And why do I do this, right? Why do I put myself through this pain? Like, I'm not really trying to show anything. Like, there's no there are very little gains to doing this, but you know, I have a computer, I have a VR system, and I kind of know how to use this program, so I'm stuck with this stuff. You know, so I have a whole lot of free time, and honestly, it's either this or playing video games and having like all the esoteric algorithms get mad at me for not doing something with my life, but you know, it is what it is. As far as I know, I already lived a full life, and everything since last year has just been bonus. And boy, has it been like some boring, unworthy bonus of life, but whatever. You know, I do have sayings, and my sayings are usually pretty bleak. You know, so I'm not gonna. I mean, I do have something coming from a neutral standpoint. It's like, you know, like it doesn't matter what I think of life, whether life is good or bad. None of that matters, really. You know, I just gotta do the exercise of life, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. You know, it wasn't really a New Year's resolution, but I did kind of start streaming regularly in November, and I just want to keep up with it. I mean, there's like obviously no fancy dreams or aspirations. It's just me doing the exercise of life, you know. Can't this way, you know, the audience won't be like, well, you didn't try, and I'll be like, well, I tried my best, and you know how it goes. It's not the first time I tried to launch an app or anything like this, and by all means, I already like the employment side of it, you know, like I do have a couple of employers, and I do get contracts once in a while for stuff I'm completely unrelated to this, you know. And again, I'm just doing the exercise of life. Kind of went to school for this stuff. Wasn't very good at it, but you know, I don't know what else I could be doing with my time. I have this thing, I put a bunch of hours into it, and I don't know what else I could be doing with my life, to be painfully honest. It's either this or playing video games. And again, the esoteric algorithms get pissed off if they just see me playing video games all day, so. Alright, watch me struggle. Be productive. You know, I am being productive. Alright, so the crutch is still not any better. That's alright, that's what we're used to. Things not working in our favor ever. That's okay. And yeah, I mean, to anyone watching, like it would make more sense on Twitch, you know. Me suffering through this boring nonsense. And streaming, because I said I was trying to stream regularly. And yeah. Weight paint mode. So here I am, weight painting and suffering. Mainly suffering. Come on, baby. Why won't you do the thing? Okay, so maybe, just maybe, I need to go back into object mode. Hide this mesh. Go into the butt bone. Go back into pose mode. Select the bone. And remove any influence that this thing may have on the interior of the leg. Okay, so there it is. The influence right there. So we're gonna try and subtract a bunch of influence from the inner thigh. See if that makes a change again. Struggling to find in this vertices. Alright, so there's some. Let's see if that improves the situation here. Give it a... Unfortunately, I can't see if it's making the pant leg bigger or smaller. So here I am playing the game of life and not very good at it. Okay, so alright, I made some changes. Let's see what happened here. So we're gonna unhide the body mesh again, and that's actually made improvements. Believe it or not, that's actually made some improvements. Now it feels like we need to lose a little bit of influence from the thigh bone. We're gonna try and subtract here, see if that makes a difference. And again, yeah, that's making a difference. That's making a good difference. Ooh, that's a little much there. Nothing we cannot fix. That's a very botched band there. So we're gonna continue subtracting here. It's a really tough band there. Okay, there you go. So that fixed that. Trying to make this a little less jarred with an edge here between the buttock and the thigh. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm succeeding or not. Alright, so we're going to continue decreasing weight from this side. Okay. Let's see if we can add more influence here on this side here. Again, the main reason for me to continue this bullshit is to keep the algorithms happy. I don't like it when the algorithms call me a loser, you know. Okay, so we're gonna subtract more from this side here. Subtract more and more. Why it keeps pulling up this thing here, so let's see. Rotate back, Alt R. Yeah, that's very annoying how it pulls on the interior here. Alt R. Okay, so again, go this way. Rotate and then rotate outwards. Yeah, we're trying to get rid of that influence there, but it's not really complying. Actually, it might have to do with the influence of the bone on the body mesh. So we're gonna go back to pose mode, select the mesh here, and go back into weight paint mode. This time we're gonna be subtracting here from weight from the wrong leg. It's too much. Oh my god. Okay, come on, baby. And again, for some reason, if I select the original body mesh, I'm unable to try and find the vertices by pressing A. So that's annoying. I can't say this is my passion, you know, but if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what else I'd be doing. Playing the guitar, I guess. But I don't know, that didn't go very well. You know, I tried to be a musician for a long time and I came to terms that I have a bad taste in music. You know, that's what it comes down to. I just don't have what it takes to make music that other people can enjoy, you know, so I kind of scrapped that one. I mean, I put some money in the stock market, but that one you just kind of put it in there and you just kind of sit and wait, you know. There's only so much you can do watching the news and the stocks go up, you know, like ultimately it's just a test of time whether you picked a good stock or a bad stock, you know. Okay, so this isn't working the way I wish it was, so let's hide that and go back into post mode here. I would like to be able to see the crotch work properly. So let's see, back to weight paint mode. Yeah, see, this is stupid. Why is there so much influence on this side? Okay, so I'm trying to delete all this unnecessary influence from the wrong side. But finding the vertices without being able to see them is difficult. I'm just kind of pushing at random, hoping that it will get better. Let me tell you, praying to God will not do anything. If there's something I notice is that the most powerful God on this earth is Satan. Hail Satan. You know, ain't no one else gonna listen to you or your prayer. The only one listening in this world is Satan. So, if you're into that, so here I am, doing the exercise of life, trying to make my algorithms happy. Don't like it when my algorithms call me a loser and constantly getting motivational videos like, come on man, get inspired man, get motivated buddy, you know. So here I am streaming live, struggling through life like I always did. Why is it not reducing the weight paint? See this, see how stubborn this is? And no ability to see the freaking vertices. So we're gonna go back into render look developed, and see if that improved anything. So we're gonna unhide the mesh, and that worked. Alright, thank you for listening to my rants. I have now made improvements on this mesh. You no longer see the wrong side of the wrong leg being you know what I mean? I just gotta tell you, you know, again, I'm just trying to make my algorithms happy. Don't like it when they call me a loser. They're the only ones that listen to me, you know. Maybe they're trying to look out for me. You know, why not? Fuck. Okay, back to object mode. Back to weight paint mode. I just want one bone, not all of them, piece of shit. Okay. Trying to find the vertices here. If you ever wondered about having an unrewarding hobby. You're looking at it right now. You could pick up weight painting. Don't want to feel rewards in your life? I suggest you pick up weight painting. Don't want to be rewarded for anything you do? Try weight painting. It will fuck up your life, guaranteed. Want to make your life miserable? I suggest weight painting. Alright, I hit it. Get the magic vertices now. Alright. Now we just gotta focus on the back here. And it feels like we should be subtracting here. If it's dipping under, we should subtract. It just looks a little weird here. It looks like we gotta maybe add a little bit here or something. Okay. Subtract just a touch. Okay. We're gonna add a fraction of what we put in just to get rid of that peak there. Come on, buddy. And you know, I just want to say something about some of the videos that I've been seeing. You know, they're all saying like, "Wow, life." Do you know the odds of you being born in this world at this time as a human being? And I just want to say, do you know the odds of dying? Because they're pretty fucking high. You know, do you know how many children are dying? You know, like in Africa or whatever. Like, if it was so hard to conceive life, why is it so easy to take it away? It just makes no sense. And I mean, I just want to, for the record, I just want to tell my algorithms, you know, I am grateful. I practice gratitude every morning, you know, and the Ho'oponoponos and all that stuff, you know. I try to be grateful. And, you know, slaves can be grateful too. Not by any way, by no means. I'm a slave. There's no way I'm a slave. I'm living my best life, you know. But okay. So do you see the suffering that I'm see that there? How the fuck am I gonna fix that? So we're gonna go back into object mode. See what the hell is happening there. Why is it so botched? Okay. That's my job. That's not really my job. It's what I'm trying to do now. Okay. Weight paint. So let's see. Let's try selecting the butt bone here. Select the butt bone is a lot harder said than done. So, alright, there's our butt bone. And let's try adding. Look at the inside here. What the hell is going on there? Here. So that there, we want to subtract this peak here. Come on. Alright, let's try to find the vertices. There it is. There should be a vertice right there, but it's not doing anything for me. Let's try increasing. Let's try increasing the weight here. Oh, not the radius. The weight. Come on, man. Alright, that's gonna do it. So we were subtracting there. We're gonna continue to subtract here. So we're subtracting from the inside. So you see how it was useful there to hide the mesh there for a second. Now we're seeing this thing here. Let's see if we can add that back to the bone, the cheekbone. So let's see here. Can we add that to the cheekbone? So let's try adding it. Okay, so adding to it doesn't do anything for me. So that's obviously not what I'm trying to achieve here. So let's subtract it back to where it was and see how we can manipulate those freaking edges there. Because they look gnarly. And I don't know what bone's pulling them. Which is probably the most frustrating part. Is it this bone? No. Okay, what's happening there? Who is pulling on those bones? Or who is pulling on that mesh? Let's try adding here. Alright, finally. Some good fucking weight painting. But that's very undesirable there, what's happening there. So we're gonna have to subtract again. Okay. Just trying to make it look not gnarly. Easier said than done, right? I just want to see it not get gnarly like it is right now. Very weird. Let's add a little bit more here. Okay, that looks kind of natural. Get rid of that peak there. And let's see, look at the front. Rotate it up a little bit more. So we're seeing a lot of problems there. So let's see, we want to reduce the influence there by quite a bit. Let's see, but if we start playing with the reducing the influence in that area, we're gonna run into other kinds of problems. Anyways, let's see what happens if I do a little bit of this here. I kind of want to make this just a little bit more even. What am I supposed to do here? That's an awful band. Oh my god. Again, the only reason I'm freaking streaming and doing this bullshit is because the internet algorithms don't like it if I'm lazy. They just start telling me mean things, you know, like every other recommendation is like, this is why you're always gonna be poor. This is why you're poor, because you don't do any action. Well, have you tried doing the things I do, all the things I do? Because I don't think you have. But I'm trying, you know, it's like, you don't understand. You wouldn't understand my goals, you know. And I do get a little bit tilted the way I see, you know, people become so successful almost overnight. And you know, I just want to say I've seen people stream and make videos for 10 years now, and they are still poor as fuck. And it doesn't matter what I think. Whatever I do, the outcome seems to be the same, and that seems to be failure. Over and over again. Failure all the time. You know, it's so much easier. I don't know. I mean, physically. Like, it's so much easier to set up like a Shopify shop, you know? But then making it work, you need to be famous, or you need to have an advertising budget, blah, blah, blah. I just want to say, life is fucking unrewarding, man. Life is always unrewarding and challenging and fucking a piece of suffering, you know? What is the freaking point now? Why even try? You know, why? Like, I've tried before and that didn't get me very far. How many times, you know, like, and then you start looking at like Buddhist thought and shit. It's like, yeah, you're doing everything right. You're supposed to suffer, you know. No matter what you do, all we want you in life is to suffer. If you're too happy, then you're doing something wrong. If you're making good money, you're doing something wrong. You know, the point of life is not to enjoy; it's to suffer. And boy, I guess I'm winning at that. So there I am. I'm weight painting this thing, and whining for every moment of it. Because it's annoying as fuck. Are you guys seeing this shit? How are you supposed to make it look good? Does anyone know? Of course not. No one I know knows how to do any of this. Even people I went to school with, they have no idea how to do this. As far as I know, I'm the best person for this kind of shit, and I hate it. No one wants to help, and no one knows how to help, and everyone around me is completely useless. But everyone's good to judge, right? Oh my god, he's so bad at it. Well, do you even know what I'm doing? Like, do you even know what this program is? Like, I don't think so. Again, it's all my fault for choosing this life. I should have known. I should have been like a real estate agent, you know. I should have gone to real estate school some 20 years ago. That would have been a better life. You know, being creative never got anyone anywhere. Okay, so let's try subtracting here just a little bit more. Are you guys seeing this shit? Fuck. So it still looks botched to shit. That's sure sign that you're winning at life. Alright, so we're just trying to make the ass look a little more round here. I can kind of live with that. I can honestly live with that. It's looking nice and round. I'm subtracting all that stuff I don't need here. But it actually looks like a fairly normal band there. I'm kind of happy with that. And I don't want to go ahead and start messing around with... actually, let's see. Let's go back here. What do I need to do here? If I subtract, it gets worse. So let's try adding again. I'm not gonna lie, I get jealous. I get jealous of people that just open up, you know, like a Shopify store and then they start doing great. Or real estate agents. I mean, how hard is their job? Like, I guess you gotta be like really like backstabby. Try to outdo your opponents in the real estate agency and shit like that. You know, there's a human quality to it, but there's no technicality to it. And then there's the other opposite side of it, like, you know, the real scientists and shit. The guys working at CRISPR, or, you know, engineers at Tesla or Google. They're looking at me and they're like, oh my god, it's fucking monkey. But in the same way, I can technically look down on a bunch of people as well. I mean, that doesn't get me anywhere. I'm just saying I can. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Anyway, so I mean, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know the title is me being pissed off at everything. I'm just doing the shit because I said I would. You know, like, back in November, I was like, okay. I was at a motivational webinar. And they said, you are what you do every day. Well, I don't want to weight paint every day, but it's part of the process of making what I'm trying to make, you know. Anyways, every day, if I wake up in the morning, the first thing I will do is I will meditate for like 2 hours, just because waking up is fucking painful. And after, I will check my stocks, and then I will do a little prayer, then I will eat breakfast, and I will do some yoga, and then I fill the rest of the day with this activity, mainly to appease the algorithms. You know. So that looks like absolute crap. Let's see, how can we make this better here? Alright, we're gonna keep the body mesh on. I do feel like we've made some improvements here. It's just a matter of adding a little more. I'm gonna go here. Close mode. Select the mesh. Go into weight paint. And see if we can add a little magic here. Alright, so that got rid of the inside. And we're going to try and do the same for the outside here. Okay, so let's see here. Trying to find some vertices. So if we add, it actually has a contrary effect. So we're adding to the mesh, but it's not doing what we wish it was doing. Okay, and once again, if you're not able to see that vertex, you cannot pull weight to it, so we gotta go back and forth between hiding the body and bringing it back. maybe my fucking polygons are awful. Maybe it's gotta be the main reason why this is just not churning out and being so freaking annoying. Okay, so again, I have no idea what I'm working with, so I gotta unhide the body and see that I've made it worse. Okay, so back into post mode, and then I don't know. And then paint mode, and I don't know what to do here. So let's see what happens if I give this a weight of 1 and I just move this around. Nothing happens. Okay. Bring this back. Radius, make it smaller. Subtract from the bottom. Okay, yeah, make this smaller. So that much is fine. That much is fine. That's actually looking quite good. Oof, that may be a little bit too much. So far I like it. Alright, that's kind of cool. And if we can, okay, and right around there is where it gets angry. So we're gonna save there, and what am I gonna do next? We're gonna check again, see if there's any other bones influencing the mesh there. So again, post mode. Let's check this one. Select the mesh, back into weight paint mode, and we are going to try and reduce anything that's maybe taking over. Okay. Hide the mesh again, hide the body mesh, select the body bone, the butt bone. Is it rewarding? No, it's not rewarding at all. Some people were saying the pain of discipline. And I was like, well, alright. That sounds interesting. So I'm doing the pain of discipline right now. Oh, and it's paying off. Look at all that stuff. Okay, let's get rid of all that. Subtract all of this for me, please. Jesus Christ, man. Shouldn't be there. Okay, so I am subtracting from the wrong side where it shouldn't be. Wow, so there was way too much influence on the wrong side here. So that's what I'm kind of fixing right now. Now, if that was my fault or not, I have no idea. But I want to try to remove all the influence from the side that it does not belong. like that. And again, it's being stubborn here. It's not really allowing me to do what I want to do. And that's understandable. That's what computers are supposed to do. Not let you do what you want to do. Normally, computers start doing what you want them to do. You got a problem. Something like that. Alright, so let's see what we've done here. I'm gonna save there. Object mode. Unhide the body and okay, it's looking better. We still got massive gaps here. And that's what we like. Because it wouldn't be my channel on things unless things went wrong all the time. You know, like if there was a subreddit meme, you know, a subreddit for me it'd be like, make me suffer. You know? just fuck my shit up. So let's see here. I want to select the butt bone again, and then to do that, again, I gotta go into object mode, hide that, select the bone, go into pose mode, select the bone, which is not easy. Come on, baby, make it hard for me. Okay. Alright, that one. Okay, and then we're gonna select that, and then go back into weight paint mode, and then we're gonna unhide everything. We can't do that. Okay, so. Yeah, we kind of need the body again. Oh, it's so annoying. So again, we're gonna unhide the body, go back into weight paint mode, and it's still selected, so that's good. And let's see what we can do here. We'll see if reducing the influence will improve this, and it did. Not that much there. We need to bring some back there. Okay, too much. So let's play around with weight. We're gonna subtract here, subtract a little bit there, subtract a little bit there, subtract here. Let's see if we can find the culprit. Okay, so if we add a little bit more here, again, we could seriously benefit by adding more polygons, and I might be adding more polygons here in just a moment, but I would love to make this work. Okay, we already made it work with one ass cheek. Let's see if we can make it work with the other. So we kind of made the gaps go away. Now does it look good? Not really. We're seeing a very jagged bit here. And I think to fix that, we will be subtracting a little bit here. Nope, we will be adding a little bit here. That looks slightly better. Now we're getting a little bit of a pinch there. So what happens if I try and find the vertices? Oh, so they've gone into the inside of the mesh, so that's very annoying. Okay, and we're gonna subtract a little bit here. We're gonna add a little bit there. Okay, so I mean that's something. And there we want to go here to this one, and we want to add a little bit more there. Okay, just like that. Go back into this bone. If I want to select that bone again, I gotta go into object mode, hide the mesh, select the avatar or the armature, go back into pose mode, select the bone, select the mesh. Go back into weight paint mode, unhide the, go back into object mode, unhide the body mesh, continue. Go back to weight paint mode. And if that isn't an annoying workflow, I don't know what is. But it is. Alright. And there's this, just that little speck there that's very annoying. So let's see if we can get rid of it. That right there. Let's see if we can add a little bit here and make it go away. It did. Alright. Well, it looks like crap. My ass looks like crap when it's bent this way. But what are you gonna do? Let's see what happens if I add here a little bit. No, that makes things a lot worse. Control set in Blender takes a couple seconds. I just want it to not look so jaggy. Let's see here. Come on, man, do the thing. And we're gonna try to find the vertices right there. Oh, the weight went down to 0. Just a little bit. Okay, that's not what we want at all, so let's subtract that. Like that. Alright, and that's probably as good as it gets. So, save that. Go back into object mode, select that. Go into pose mode. Undo the rotation, and we're gonna check the rotation again. So, bending backwards. I'm never gonna bend that far, so I don't have to worry about bending it that far. So let's go back here a touch. And we're seeing that awful wrinkle there, and I don't know how to fix it. So that's gonna stay. And we're gonna bend it forwards. And there's a little bit of things I could be doing there to improve it. Let's see if I can make it better. Again, select the mesh, go into weight paint mode, and let's see what we can do here. Try to find the vertice. There's a vertice there. So I hope that by adding a little bit here, it will go away. And it's not doing anything. Okay, so we'll have to look into that one. Let's see what happens if I add a little bit more here. I want to make it look nicer. And I don't know why it's doing the things it's doing. Because weight painting is a whole bunch of guesswork. And it's gotta be one of the most annoying things I've ever done. And continue to be doing because I don't know what else to do. I'm a fucking moron and I don't know what else to do with this computer or the VR headset that I have. Other than make this dumbass avatar with impossible weight painting. Okay, so let's see, what do I need to do? So I'm gonna go back into object mode. I'm gonna have to hide the mesh, select the butt bone, go back into pose mode, select the butt bone, select the mesh, go back into weight paint mode, go back into object mode, unhide the mesh, go back into weight paint mode, and see what I can do here. If by adding something here, okay, that will do it. And subtracting more from up here. So we're getting those two things peeking there. Let's see what happens if reducing the influence in the bottom will make it look a little bit nicer. And obviously there's some awful crunching there. Okay. Alright. But fuck, every time I do that, it fucks up when it rotates backwards, I just realized. So if I bend it back, rotate, and yeah, that happens. It just gets all kinds of fucky here. So let's see. We may want to reduce the influence in these areas here. And I just want to ask my algorithms, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? You know, they say the goal in life is suffering. Well, I'm really good at that. Alright, so let's see. Object mode. We're gonna hide this. And see all that fucky bending? I don't know how to fix it. And I wish someone knew, but there's no one I know that can help me, and the people that want to help me want to charge me like $100 an hour. So I'm left to my own devices. Let's see. Can you be normal? I'm gonna Control R, Alt R, rotate back, and yeah, basically increase the influence of the butt bone on this mesh. We're gonna increase it at the back there. Weight paint mode, Control 3, rotate, and let's see how we can fix this again. Select the butt bone again. Come on, select the butt bone. And the only way to get rid of that fucking mesh collation might just be to add a little more. Increase the weight here. Come on, get less fucky. Get out of all and do it. Okay, so that is a way to do it. Obviously the wrong thing to do there. So we need to subtract now a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some more. Jesus Christ, why do you hate me? Okay, that looks normal-ish. So let's see what happens if we bend it. Oh, see all this influence here? We don't want it, so we're gonna subtract all of this shit here. Then we're gonna select this bone again, Control 3, rotate forwards, and see what we've done. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that bad. And again, I want to select the butt bone, see what else I can do here. Okay. So obviously that looks fucky. But at the same time, it's allowing the mesh to stretch. So it can't be all that bad. Okay, let's add a little bit more here. Do this because I got nothing else to do, man. One day I woke up and I had the supercomputer in my bedroom with a VR headset, and the whole world shut down and I couldn't go party anymore, so I'm stuck at home, you know, in between contracts. That's normal. Just finding a way to make myself less useless, if that makes any sense. So right there, I'm trying to see, okay, so it would collapse into, so I think what would I like to see happen here is, potentially decrease the influence. It's all good and dandy until it gets to this point. So right there, that little bit there, I think I can subtract a little bit here. Let's see what happens if I subtract there a little bit and continue to rotate. Okay, take a little bit, take a little bit less. Do that again. What is happening on the inside here? So let's go like this and then RX. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so the pant leg there looks fine, but as it goes up, it starts conflicting. So I think that's definitely influence. Too much influence of the butt bone on this bit here. So we're gonna reduce it a little bit here and see what happens. So again, select the bone, rotate on the x-axis. It's slightly better, but not good enough because it wants to stay back, but it's improved. So let's kind of do that again. And again, we're gonna remove influence from this bit here. Okay, so that gives it a little bit more of a natural fold to it. Now that cheekbone there is a little too strong there. So let's go back here and maybe add a little bit here to this bit here. Just enough. And I may need to add a little more influence to this bit here. We'll see if I regret it in just a moment. So Control 1, Control 3. We got the thigh bone selected. We're gonna rotate in the x-axis, and it's doing fucky things. It's doing fucky things. So we may want to add a little more influence to the upper area here. So let's try that. Add a little more influence to the upper area of the butt. And let's see what happens. So again, rotate it backwards, and that's a more natural bend. I gotta say that was an improvement from before. We just want to increase the area of influence a little bit more on the next set of vertices. So a little bit more here, just a little touch. Okay. Now let's take a look at the butt bone again and see what we can do to improve this, make it more even. So I think evenness is very important here. Okay, and then we're gonna add just a touch there, trying to make it even. Okay, and again we're gonna bend this backwards. So select the bone, see what we've done here, if it's doing anything better. So the buttocks is bending backwards a lot nicer than before. We're seeing a little bending there, unwanted bending in the inside, so I think I want to add a little more influence here to this section of the pant leg. So let's add a little bit more here. I should make it bend less awkwardly when it's bending in the wrong and when it's bending backwards. Okay, and then okay, there's just that little bit here that's too strong, this one here, so we're gonna subtract a little bit there. And again, try it one more time. Okay. So let's see in comparison to the other one. If we bend it backwards, how does it look? So they look similar. To be honest, I did a better job on the one on the right. Oh, and then we're seeing something really undesirable there. She's getting a little bit of a tail there, so we gotta remove that there for sure. There. We're gonna go into the pelvic bone and see what the hell we can do for this. We might want to add it to this bone here, so I'll add it there. And that's not gonna do anything, so we're gonna subtract it back and wonder why that's doing that. So let's see. Subtract, 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 subtract. Okay, butt bone. Welcome to the painful world of weight painting. Not the right one. rotate this and it goes away. Okay, so it's obviously rotated back and it comes back. So we're gonna subtract a bunch here because this should have no influence over this. I'm trying to subtract things from this thing here. Oh my god, come on. Ah, fuck. I'm trying to do little increments, but the result is still jagged as crap. So we're getting that bit there. So let's see what happens if I add that to this one. Alright, that fixed it. Let's do it again. It's fixing it. The other one and do the same thing for this, make sure that's not happening. So it's actually better than I left it before. So let's Alt R and select the other one, Alt R. Go to front view, save it. I go back into object mode. And I go into post mode. No, go into object mode. Hide all objects. Let's take a look at this again. What have we done? Okay. Wow, that is almost really good. Again, the main point is to not bend the leg back any more than that. Looks good. And then rotate it forward. And it still looks good. Okay, that's a definite win. And then rotate it in the Z axis. And right there, we want to reduce the influence on the mesh itself. So how far is it bending there? It's bending a little too much. So that's more than I'm gonna bend. Of course, any professional UV painter is probably cringing right now, but I'm thinking for myself, I'm not gonna bend that far out. So we're gonna go into post mode here. So again, selecting the mesh, going into weight paint mode. We're gonna subtract a lot of the influence on this side of the body so that we don't get that thing happening there. And again, finding the vertices is not easy in this mode, so we just kind of gotta guess our way around it. Year after year, running over the same old ground. Okay, and I want to continue. There you go. So what I wanted to do is now done. Let's check the other side. See if we can reduce the influence of the other side. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go back and select this bone. Object mode. Post mode. Select the outer mesh, select dress, go back into weight paint mode and see if we can improve this here just a touch. So we want to add here a little bit. And that's a definite improvement there. Unfortunately, that's as good as it gets there. So we're going to subtract here again. Okay, that's good. I don't know what it did there, but I like it. Alright, and before moving on to the other leg, we're gonna Alt-R and just do that all over again. So, rotating backwards is having issues here. Alt-R. Still influencing the wrong mesh, and sometimes that's just misclicks, you know. Alright, so rotate it back. Look at the front and fix the speed here. There you go. And select this one and add it more here. Give it a little more. You might want to select the. Okay, so we did that. Let's go back here. Select all. So from the back, we're having issues there. That may have to do with the. What's happening? Let's see what happens if we add here, and at least it gets rid of that. Okay, that may be the wrong approach. Fuck, it's definitely the wrong approach. So we're gonna subtract whatever we did there. We're gonna leave some of it there, but we're mainly gonna undo it. And we're going to subtract more from here. I'm going to go to this one and we're going to add. But it feels like from this point, it's all about the butt bones. Okay. So, save it. Select the bone. We're looking at the back of it. It's not too bad. I'm going to press 3 on our numpad and then rotate forward and see how it looks now. So the back still looks good. The bottom is having issues, but I think we can fix that with the butt bone. And right there, we wish we had a little more influence on that mesh there. So we're gonna add a little bit there, and there it is. We're adding. Okay, we might have added a little too much, so we're gonna subtract. And we wanna add more to the butt bone. Okay, so let's see here. Out here. Let's see what we got. Alright, let's continue here. Rotate it on the y-axis. RY. Nope. On the Z. RZ. And we're seeing the issues here. Again, once again, in the crotch area. What happens if I subtract here? I think I want to subtract. Okay. And we want to add up here, apparently. Something like that. Bow, 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 bow. What did I know? Now what we want is reduce. What is happening here? Okay, so we might want to add just a touch here. But more than that, I want to make a bone useful. Alright, so let's see what happens if this here looks really funky. So we have something sticking out like this. Alright, so it's time to hide the mesh, select the butt bone. Actually, I want to select this bone here. Select this bone, go into here, go to the mesh. Weight paint mode. And we want this bone to have more influence in this area. So let's see what happens if we add. No. What happens if we subtract them? Subtract. If try and select the butt bone again, it's impossible to select the shit. And we want to give this more influence, so let's see if we can add here. Add. Keep its original shape, please. Okay. And now we're gonna select the other butt bone. And we are going to subtract, I guess. Fuck. Okay, so we definitely want to subtract. Yeah, subtract it all away from this area. And we want to subtract it from that area also. So let's see. Select the bone. And what happens now if I add? Can you stretch for me? Nope. That's not what I need. Okay, so that's gonna keep it in place a little bit better. Sense of flailing forward. Come on, buddy. And then it's going to this one, so we're going to subtract from this one now. And welcome to the painful world of weight painting. If you've made terrible life choices, you'll be watching this video or making the video yourself. And that's just kind of how it goes. I don't know, and I just want to tell my algorithm, I don't know what's worth. I don't know what's worse, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. I gotta tell you, if I do the pain of regret, at least I feel great for like 10 years. And then the regret suddenly gets there and it's like, oh shit, I didn't do anything, I fucked up. But if I do this, the pain of discipline, there's zero guarantee that there will be any reward. And in my life experience, the reward has never been there. You know? So I don't know why I'm being pushed to pursue the pain of discipline. Like, the pain of regret, at least, you know, like, I can, like, smoke weed or, you know, get drunk, play games, fuck girls, you know, but the pain of discipline, what's this? Well, what is this? Like, there's 100,000,000 people better at this than I am, already working in a professional environment with this kind of shit. You know, why am I here? Why am I doing this? What's the point of the pain of discipline? I just don't get it. Like, am I getting my point across here? Like, okay, so let's see. Why are you doing this? Alt R. So if that doesn't move, if I move it forward, what's causing this shit? Why is it suddenly moving it forward? Come on, subtract yourself, okay? I just don't know how that works. Okay, so that fixes it. Alright, and then 1 RZ outwards. And that actually holds fairly well. The back's still there. Obviously I'm not gonna bend that much ever in real life, so technically I only need to go around. Oh fuck. So like somewhere around there. And it's like, I mean, no offense to all the esoteric algorithms, but isn't discipline just some man-made construct? Like, do you see discipline anywhere else in the world or in the universe? Like, it's just a matter of survival, you know. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of people out there that are surviving just fine without any discipline whatsoever. I mean, I'm an example of it, but there's people making more money, living better lives with a lot less discipline than me. Trust me, I've met these people, you know. And I just want to say, I just want to throw my rant again, you know. The merit system's been broken, and it's been broken for a while, you know. And I've had it up to my dingus with this crap, and I want to speak with your manager, you know, because there's all kinds of people out there doing a lot less, getting a lot more. And it's not technical work, and it's not some humanitarian life-saving cost. No, it's bitches shaking their tits in front of the TV or the camera and making a ton of money. Where is the merit in that? Like, I'm sorry I wasn't born a hot girl, where I'd be doing the exact same thing. What's the point of discipline? I just don't get it. So it seems like I made some progress there. Let's go back and bring it back the mesh. So unhide all the game objects. And select this. Go into post mode. And bend it. Okay, and it's picking over it, but I think that's good enough for me. And then let's rotate it forwards. How does this look now? So there's no skin peeking over. A little bit there, and that's annoying. And then rotate on the Z axis, and the peaking should be getting a lot stronger. So let's see here. Now, that's a lot better than what I had asked before. Obviously, there's some crazy stretches there. But let's see. What happens now? If I can try and make this work a little bit more. Okay, so adding does not do what I want it to do. adding doesn't make it better either. So what happens? What's happening here? So there's some stretchy there. Okay, get rid of that there. That's not where it's supposed to be going. And then go back to this side and add some more. Nope, adding doesn't do it. Okay, gotta add more there. Come on. Nope, subtract, subtract. Wow, adding and subtracting is doing the same thing, man. Okay, that's better. Then where are the vertices in this thing? Okay, so again, I'm shooting myself in the foot for not making more vertices here. And maybe it's that time. Maybe it's that time. Okay. So we're gonna go into edit mode and we're gonna add more vertices. We're gonna add more. At this point, I really need to smoke a joint because this shit is just stressful and annoying and unrewarding. But at least I hope my algorithms are happy now. See, I'm not lazy. I'm doing what you told me to do. I'm being disciplined, right? Okay, so let's see. Back to object mode. Okay, so I guess the only solution here is to add more vertices. So we're gonna go into edit mode here, and we're gonna hate our life for the next few months here. Object mode, hide the body, edit mode, and let's see. We are going to delete a bunch of edges here, so delete this edge, X edge, X edge, X edge, X edge. Now I need to hide some of the subjects here, so hide that. Edit mode, X, X edge, X edge, X edge. Alright, so this is kind of what we're working with now. So all the work I did, forget it. It's not good enough. So now what we need to do is we're gonna do a whole bunch of subdivisions. Probably, so we're gonna subdivide here. Subdivide, and subdivide, subdivide. So we're adding gonna add geometry to this thing. We may be having extra faces that we don't need. So I think I can get rid of this one. What the fuck's happening there? X. So there were faces here that I don't want. Continue subdividing here. Fill, subdivide, fill, so what this is going to allow us to do is to have more flexibility with the mesh. Well, you know, it's going to help our weight painting. And basically set us back about a week because weight painting is a little bitch. But hey, it's the pain of discipline, right? The pain of discipline. If I have a choice, honestly, I still like the pain of regret. Is more satisfying because you can spend years, decades without doing anything, and then one day you feel regret, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't do anything. And then it's like, okay, I can live with that. I had a great time. But the pain of discipline, you have no guarantee that anything's gonna come off your discipline except being frustrated doing something that no one needs or wants. And again, I'm not passionate for this by any means. Just one day I woke up with a massive supercomputer with a massive graphics card and algorithms and aliens telling me to have discipline and to feel the pain of discipline and to do this every day for no reason at all. I had to have discipline. And I was like, wow, what did discipline ever accomplish? Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing. Anyone that tells you that discipline pays off is full of shit. Let me tell you that. Anyone tells you that discipline pays off, I want you to smack them right in the face. Call them a liar and tell them they're full of shit. Because discipline it's never rewarding. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Dun, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we're gonna delete some faces here. And I just want to say, it's okay to not have a passion. It's okay to not be passionate about anything. To not want anything. It's fine. It's the life of a monk, you know. You don't have to want anything. You don't have to achieve anything in life. There's no reason to. For what? For what? And now let me tell you, I guess I'm pretty satisfied with my life. You know, for me personally, most of the excitement and most of my excitement really came from dating girls. And you know, like 200 plus girls later, you know, it's like, alright, well that was fun. I can die happy now, you know. I don't have to keep living, but easier said than done. And I'm not suicidal by any means. You know, I'm just saying. Once you've achieved your goals in life, it's kind of hard to want anymore, you know, especially when it's so difficult. Getting rich, yeah, right. Being, you know, like having a family, fuck you. You know, owning a house, what year is it, you know? There is no reason for me left to live. Like, my bucket list, I accomplished it. There's nothing else I want to do. There's nothing. There's nothing else I want to see. No one else I want to see. Nothing. No country I want to travel to. No school I want to go to. No what job I want to have. And here I am, just doing the exercise of life, you know. If the algorithms didn't tell me to do something today, I wouldn't have done anything. But I hate it when the algorithms call me a loser. Come on, man, do something. Get motivated, man. Come on, man, do something. I just want to tell those algorithms to fuck themselves right up, man. I'm telling you, every other video on my YouTube feed is fucking motivational videos. It's like, why do I need to stay motivated for what? I accomplished everything I wanted in life, and goodness gracious doesn't want to take me back yet, so I don't know what the fuck else to do. Don't want a family. I don't want to accomplish anything in life. I'm just kind of there. And, you know, no one talks to me. That's okay. I tell you, every time the algorithms tell me to get motivated and to be productive and to be creative, it's just fucking annoying. You know, like I can't spend half hour relaxing at home without getting those fucking algorithms pushing shit videos about how I should be motivated and should want to like make something of myself in life. Like, it's just annoying. One of the most annoying things, you know, like there's nothing more annoying than a computer telling you to do something with your life. You know, it's one of the most annoying things ever. Straight up. So there I am, coming back, and I'm streaming live, and yeah, I mean, I'm right along with all of you. What's the value of me streaming and taking up space in some storage? Well, at least the freaking algorithms will think of me differently. My waste of space, potentially, you know, deadbeat, most likely. You know, I might be annoying uncle that gets drunk at Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm that guy, you know. But lucky for me, I never, you know, the best accomplishment in life that I ever made was to not have any children. I'm telling you, if you have no children, you have no reason to try anything, you know. And I'm very lucky that I have nice parents that take care of me and give me food every day. And if I resemble a dog more than a son, then so be it. I'm perfectly happy like that. I'm telling you, I don't care for fancy clothes and I don't care for fancy cars. And I gotta tell you, for all the guys out there, if you ever believed that you needed a lot of money to get hot girls, you're totally wrong. I've been broke my whole life, and I've been scoring some of the hottest girls in existence. They were not famous, but by gosh darn, they were hot, you know. And for a while, that was kind of my purpose in life. Fuck all the cute chicks. But now that I've done it, and that I'm not allowed to do it because the Rona doesn't let me go out of my house, I'm kind of stuck. Trying to be productive for just to a piece of freaking algorithm. You know? The algorithm doesn't like when I'm lazy. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in life. I fucked a lot of cute girls and I have nothing else to live for. And yeah, I never cared for fancy cars. I never cared for fancy clothes. I cared about being famous for a while, and gosh darn it, God knows I tried to be famous some 10 years ago. You know, I tried to have a rock band. Actually, I tried to have a lot of rock bands. And I toured a few times, and let me tell you, I was a dumb kid trying to live some dream that was already dead. So if anyone tells you to follow your dreams, they're complete full of shit. I'm telling you, the people that are still trying to have a good life is because they have children. If you have no children, you'll have a completely different outlook in life. You'll see that nothing is worth living. And that the only thing that's keeping most of us from dying is a fear of death. And a weaker desire to die and to live, you know. That's it. Most people don't want to die, but oh boy, do we hate living. And that's an honest truth. You know, and I've consumed ungodly amounts of alcohol and marijuana, and here I am with the same outlook and the same everything. Nothing's changed. I'm as smart or as dumb as before, and as pissed, I don't know. And you know, again, I'm just doing the exercise of life. It's ultimately what it comes down to. The only reason I still stand and I still do things is because I just do the exercise of life. It doesn't matter whether I think life is good or whether life is bad. I just do things because I have to do the exercise of life. And if I subscribe to the Buddhist beliefs of reincarnation, God, I just pray to God that next time I come back, I'm just like a tree or a piece of grass, you know. This human shit is bullshit. There ain't nothing worse than being a human being that's already fulfilled every goal in life. You know, there's nothing else to do for me other than to do the exercise of life. I just do this every day. Do something every day for the sake of doing it, not for any reward or outcome, because those things never come. We just do things because we have to, because there's nothing else to do. I've come to a point in my life where playing video games is just fucking boring. Playing video games is just so boring and unrewarding, you know. If I wake up in the morning, it's always a big if I wake up, I will do yoga. First thing I do if I wake up, I do yoga. No, I meditate. Because you gotta meditate, man. If you don't meditate, the suffering of life is just unbearable. And that's the worst thing to come to. First thing in the morning, So I like to treat myself. First thing when I wake up, I meditate. Because God knows I hate life. When I wake up and I say, okay, I'm grateful for being alive. I always have food on my table. And there's a house where I live. And I'm always not homeless, and that's nice. And employment for me has always kind of been shifty, Sometimes you work, sometimes you don't. And that's normal. So God forbid if I should wake up in the morning, I will meditate for like 2 hours. No joke, I meditate for like 2 hours every morning. That's how much I dislike life, man. And after that, I will do a prayer. I will do a good old-fashioned Buddhist prayer to clean the bad energy, After I pray, I will stay quiet and enjoy the nice sand feeling of quiet calm. And I will stay quiet for about 10 minutes. That's how much time I need to gather myself and realize that I'm still alive. God knows I hate being alive, but God also knows I'm afraid of death, And after that prayer, and I'll check my stocks, because I got some investments, because I'm doing the exercise of life, and people say you should invest, and I'm investing. And after I watch the news, I keep myself entertained for about an hour. I will then proceed and do yoga. Sometimes I do yoga for an hour, sometimes I do yoga for half an hour. And it's great. One of the nicest things in my life is my nice slim body. Nice and skinny, And after that, I'll play a couple of games, because I'm a gamer. But not more than 2 games, because it just feels so boring. After playing for a couple games, then I'll try and jump on the computer and be productive, be creative, for the sake of doing the exercise of life. Not because I want to be rich or famous, or I want to get the next hot girl or car or house. It's just because I have to do the exercise of life. or the algorithms and the spirits and the aliens, they get pissed off at me, man. They're like, why are you being so lazy? The gift of life is precious. You should be productive. Life is wonderful. Be creative. And so here I am. I don't know what else to do. So we're missing a subdivision here. That's pretty annoying. Let's see. Okay. Now we're gonna get this edge here. Okay, go back to vertice mode. And we're gonna delete more edges here. And I just want to say, I'm trying the pain of discipline, and I just want to say thanks. I hate it. I fucking hate it. So I've added vertices, and hopefully this might make my weight painting knife easier here. I tried the game of life and I hate it. I tried the hate of life, thanks, I hate it. Baby, baby, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. The good news is my dad is cooking something delicious today. That's good. You know, for a while I didn't even enjoy the taste of food, man. That's how fucking annoyed I was at everything. Yeah, I'm definitely missing some stuff there, so let's fucking get rid of this here. Let's see, where did I go wrong? So from this dot, there should be one more line coming across. So let's see, let's hit this face. These faces here are wrong. And this one here, we're going to go with that edge. And this edge. And this face here. And then we're going to fill it up here. Subdivide. Fill, subdivide. Subdivide, subdivide. Actually, I'll do that one. Something like that, and then this one's gonna do that. Fill that up. Something like that. And then we're going to fill it up here. Welcome to the exciting world of wave painting. Alrighty then. So there it is. We've added geometry to the ass. Well, let's see if we can start bending better now. So let's save that. Go back into object mode. Unhide all the objects and do it all over again because we hate life. And it's going up. Wow, it's looking better. Rotate in the Z direction. We need to make some fixes there. And obviously it's not going to bend that far out, so let's bend it. It's just a little much. It's a little more. Okay, so how's the back looking? So we're seeing a lot of some stuff happening there. Some weird band on her ass as well. Almost looks like fake buttocks. So, but that I don't think I'm gonna completely change. So anyways, I want to thank you all for, especially the algorithm, for paying attention to every word I say. I want to thank you for watching, and stream again tomorrow. Now I'm gonna go offline and continue with this awful